Hi friend! So this blog reaches you from a beautiful vineyard in my hometown Hartmannsweiler. Every morning while we were in Germany, Jen and I went on a run and we ran like through orchards and then through forest and then we ended up in this vineyard area and it's just really beautiful, especially in the fall. Everything was hanging full of grapes. Sadly they're gone now, so I waited too long with this video, but the grapes were all over the place hanging there. So how did they get so many grapes? You know, there's a bunch of reasons for that. So in the springtime, or I think spring or winter, I can't remember exactly when they do it, but at one point they're cutting pieces off of of the wine, because if they don't cut those branches off, they're not giving as much nutrition and like things to the other branches, so they're actually not getting as much fruit. So what they do, they trim the tree, they trim the wine, so like they're actually getting the maximum of fruit out of that grape or of that wine. So Jesus gives us an example in John 15. When you read that chapter, it talks about like how the Father is cutting off, he's looking for the wine and the branches, and if he sees like the branches don't bring fruit, he's gonna cut them off. So that could sound pretty harsh, like could mean like, oh, so if I don't bring fruit for the kingdom, God's gonna just cut me off. Yeah, but I think that could also mean, if we translate into our lives, that God's gonna cut off things in our lives that are holding us back from bringing fruit. So how are we gonna find out those things that are kind of taking away from us, taking nutritions away, taking strengths away from us, but then in the process make us lose like the focus and the fruit that God has for us? So the main thing to do is that we hold on to Jesus. Later in that chapter it talks about, I'm the vine and you are the branches. Whoever is connected to me will bring great fruit. And so if you look at it, so the main key is we need to stay connected to Jesus, like in a really deep way. But not just that, like we also have to be open to Jesus telling us, or the Father telling us, hey, you know, we need to groom like those areas, we need to cut off those things in your life. They are holding you back from the best that I have for you. They're holding you back from the things that I really want for you. So sometimes that can hurt, and sometimes that can be hard, because it might have been routines and things we've done for so long. But the reality is, when we cut them off, the fruit will be even greater. So like the people that work in the vineyard, how they cut off the branches. So we have to cut off things in our life that are holding us back. I let the tractor go by real quick. And now it went by. So God sometimes grooms up stuff in our lives, and we have to let him do it, because it really brings us freedom. So let him come into your life. Let him cut off the things that are not good for us, so the things that are good in us and that are good things, they can grow and they can get even stronger. So I want to encourage you with that. Let God like groom in your life. Let him do stuff in your life that brings you more freedom, that brings you more change in your life, that's going to help you, even if it hurts at times. But it's worth it in the end, because you coming closer to him and him being able to work in your life in a deeper way and bring great fruit, that's making a huge difference. So have a wonderful week and let God touch your life. Bye.